30-year-old Olorato Mongale was a vibrant and ambitious journalism graduate from Rhodes University. She was a vibrant young woman who had achieved so much at a young age. She had been currently pursuing further studies at WITS. A promising future lay ahead, until her life was tragically cut short. It all began with an online relationship. Olorato had met a man called John through a dating platform. After chatting for a while, they agreed to meet in person for the first time. They agreed to a lunch date for Sunday, May 25, 2025. On that fateful day, Olorato dressed modestly for the occasion, carefully choosing an outfit that was respectful and appropriate for a first date. She had her own car, but John insisted on picking her up. Before leaving her residence in Athol, Johannesburg, she informed her friends of her plans. They agreed on an update every 30 minutes, as a precaution. She was cautious, doing everything right to stay safe. At approximately 3 p.m., she left her apartment and walked alone to meet John, who was waiting for her in his car at the complex parking lot. Unfortunately, no one saw his face as she got into the vehicle. 2 hours passed. There was no call, no message. Her friends grew increasingly worried and used a location tracking app to find her phone. The signal led them to a house in Lombardy West. There, they found Olorato's phone and handbag, but she was nowhere to be seen. Panicked, they reported her missing. An alert was issued, pleading with the public for any leads. Shortly after, residents in Lombardy West reported seeing a white VW Polo, suspiciously dumping a large parcel by the roadside before speeding off. Upon inspection, they made a horrifying discovery. It was the lifeless body of Olorato Mongale. The man who claimed to want a date with her had in less than 2 hours taken her life. He never intended to take her on a date. He fetched her to kill her. The man introduced himself as John, but that was not his real name. Even the number plate on the white Polo he drove turned out to be cloned, registered to a Toyota Hilux. Investigations showed the car passed through Alexandra and Kew before Olorato's body was dumped in Lombardy West. Disturbingly, community members have revealed that this wasn't the first body found in that area. Just weeks earlier, on May 8, the body of a 39-year-old woman was discovered dumped on Catherine Street, shockingly close to where Olorato was found. After thorough investigation,
are following up on every piece of information that is coming forward. We are also working with the friend that she had informed that she's going out with this particular suspect. We've roped even private security to assist us, and collectively we are working on this case, the whole of government, to ensure that we find this killer. We are picking up similar cases in the area of Sandton. On the 8th of May, we picked up a lifeless body of a woman dumped on the side of the road on Catherine Street in Sandown. A month earlier, in April as well, in Sandton, there was also a lifeless body that was picked up. So our investigators are analyzing all these cases to see if we have one perpetrator on this particular incident. But we are urging women out there to be extra vigilant. Just like in Olorato's case, do report to friends, family, and loved ones when you go out with someone who you are not familiar with, when you do go out on dates. At least let one person know of your whereabouts so that it's easier to be tracked, so that we can deploy resources, quickly, much faster to find you safe and alive. You will recall that last week we worked on a similar case of a Facebook imposter who kidnapped a 28-year-old woman from Pretoria, and he drove with her to Guyana and raped her repeatedly. And thanks to an extra vigilant, a friend who was in contact with this victim, he was able to direct us with the locations that were sent to him.
After thorough investigations by the South African Police, the Provincial Investigation Unit, DPCI KZN Tracking Team, and the Durban Metro Police K9 Unit, the VW Polo was found in Phoenix, Durban. It had bloodstains, and they arrested an elderly man who was the owner. 2 suspects, who are believed to be the murderers, are still on the run. Police are urgently appealing to the public for any information that will assist in the arrest of these two suspects. The two suspects are considered dangerous, and the public is warned not to approach them but alert the nearest police. Justice must be served for Olorato and for the other silent victims. May Olorato's soul rest in peace. Bell, comment, like, and subscribe for updates on this case and more true crime stories.